All right. So, after reading chapter 3, The Political Determinants of Health Model, I think this kind of was like a turning point in the book. Excuse me. I think this one in particular was more informational than story driven, like the first chapter was. I think that this has a ton of more information in it. Like it says in like the first paragraph, it says, in many respects, our health system continues to grow more intricate as it tries to move away from a patchwork of fragmented components to a system that pushes and pulls providers and consumers toward better health outcomes and value in a complex ecosystem. Underlining this complexity and stifling its resilience is a major issue that has eluded researchers, scientists, healthcare leaders, and policymakers for decades. Health equities. As our attention has been focused on addressing health inequities downstream at the individual level, one person at a time, and midstream at the community level, less attention has been focused upstream on a broader level to address the structures, processes, and outputs that result in the inequities we have today. Excuse me. So essentially, like it says in the next paragraph, it says, in the United States, as in all countries of the world, the nation's health is not an organic outcome. It is not a coincidence that certain groups of Americans experience higher premature death rates than others. And so it kind of just like jumps in. Excuse me, sorry. So then it talks about like high obesity rates, maternal mortality, infant mortality, gun violence, depression, opioid addiction, substance use disorders, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, HIV, AIDS, and many other health problems can be firmly linked to political action or inaction. So then it talks about how today we recognize that a variety of forces collectively impact our health and determine our life expectancy, including social, environmental, economic, behavioral health, healthcare, and genetic factors. And then it talks about, it just keeps going further and further, and then it talks about the United States focuses its resources primarily on increasing access to health services and improving the quality of care provided to consumers. So then it shows like a little diagram. It says the relationship between the political determinants of health and the other determinants of health. So then we have the box, and it says political determinants of health, and then in a circle within it, it says other determinants of health, and it shows inequity and equity. So over the years, as our knowledge has increased, several frameworks have been developed to explore how various determinants of health, including healthcare, environmental, and social factors, create or contribute to health inequities. So then it goes to talk about essentially that graph, right? In recognition of the social determinants of health, outsized impacts on our life expectancy and health status, Professor Sir Michael Mormont and other notable researchers in recent years have increasingly focused attention on examining these generally broad determinants of health. And then it says, it is often difficult to differentiate whether health inequities originate from political factors or whether the political factors are masked by social factors or other determinants. And then It says here, political determinants of health involve the systematic process of structuring relationships, distributing resources, and administering power, operating simultaneously in ways that mutually reinforce or influence one another to shape opportunities that either advance health equity or exacerbate health inequities.